If you've been selling on Amazon for over a year and you still haven't been able to achieve that 6 figures in a month mark, this video is for you. Why should you trust what I have to say? Well, I was one of those sellers who was consistently stuck at 40 to 50,000 in revenue each month. And then in the month of August, I was able to break that 6-figure mark. Once you break that 6-figure month, it really opens your eyes to the possibilities of scaling to even bigger months and then at least maintaining a 100K month each month after that. So let me share with you my 3 biggest tips to help you achieve your first 6-figure month. The first thing you need to do is understand how much you're currently spending on inventory and how much that relates to the amount of revenue that you're achieving each month. If you don't even understand why you're hitting 40,000 each month, you're gonna have a really hard time understanding how you're gonna be able to hit 100K in revenue each month. For example, if you're hitting 50,000 in revenue and you're spending 25,000 in inventory, based on that 2-to-1 ratio of inventory spend to revenue, we need to spend at least 50,000 on inventory to achieve 100,000 in revenue. Now that we know what it takes to hit 100K in revenue, we need to create a plan to be able to achieve those numbers. So I want you to write all of these numbers out so you have an exact plan on how to achieve them, the 100K revenue, the 50K in spend, and that's on a monthly basis. Now, for a lot of people, those numbers might be a little scary or seem impossible to achieve, but if we break it down into something more digestible, it's gonna make the goal seem a lot less lofty and a lot more achievable. So what we can do to break down that 50,000 in inventory spend is looking at it on a weekly or even daily basis, right? If we do 50,000 in revenue each month, and we break that down on a weekly basis, we only have to spend $12,500 each week on inventory to achieve that 100,000 in revenue. Now, when you break it down from just a lump sum of 50,000 in spend, it makes it easier to understand to be able to achieve that number. If we want to break it down even a little bit more, we could do that on a daily basis. And if you divide that 50,000 by, say, 30 days in a month, you only need to spend around $1,600 per day. Now, some days you're going to be able to spend 3,000 or 4,000, and some days you might hit a little bit less than that 1,600. But on average, if you're spending a little bit more than 1,600, you should achieve that 50,000 in spend for the month. Now, it's great to break that down and see, okay, we need to spend $1,600 per day on inventory. But if you don't take it one step further and set a plan on how to hit that $1,600 and spend every day, you're not going to achieve it. If you can spend that $1,600 in 2 hours of sourcing, then you know you need to be sourcing 2 hours every single day. Now, if you just don't have 2 hours to spend on sourcing every day, maybe it's time to hire a virtual assistant to help you source as well. I have 2 sourcing VAs that actually help me hit close to my spend goal almost every day without me needing to source extra on my own. Now, I still like to source to keep my mind sharp and also find more leads on top of what just my virtual assistants find, but I don't have to source as much because they help me find leads as well. For some people, that might be a game changer, right? Hiring someone who's working 40 hours a week, finding you even $1,000 in inventory to spend every single day, and then you don't have to source as much to be able to hit that spend goal. If you do want to know how to hire your first VA, I do have another video on my channel about that, so check that out. But maybe that's what you need to be able to hit that consistent spend goal every single day. And don't forget, if you can't source every day, it's not the end of the world. Spend a little bit more on certain days, and you're gonna find that when you're going through different leads and you find different sales that are running, right? Some website sale might allow you to spend 5,000 in one day. And then the sale goes away, and then the next couple days, maybe you're only spending 1,000, but on average, you're still hitting that 1,600 in spend every day. So don't look at it as you have to source every day. Source what's convenient to you and figure out a nice plan that fits with your schedule to be able to achieve that 50,000 in spend for the month. Before I get into my last tip, I just want to reiterate, the 50,000 is just an arbitrary number. You might not have to spend that much to achieve 100K in revenue. The last piece of advice I can offer you to consistently hit 100K months is to really pay attention to those winning products that you currently have in your inventory. Whether you're tracking those with Inventory Lab or Seller Board or even Seller Central, you need a system to find those really good leads that you've been selling and be able to replenish them right away. What would you rather do to hit that spend goal? Source for 2 hours on new products that you've never seen before, or spend 5 minutes looking at your replens, repurchasing the ones that should be rebought, and then you're already hitting your spend goal? I think the second option is obviously way quicker, and it will help you get more spend each month. It took me a long time to really understand the concept and the power of replens, but now I'm tracking them every single day. That's kind of the first thing that I look at is how many of my products sold yesterday? Can I repurchase them? And are they still gonna be profitable when they check back into my inventory in a couple weeks? Sometimes a couple good replenishables can really boost your sales for the month, all because you spent a little extra time reviewing some of the good leads you've already been selling. So adding that all together, I really hope this helps you guys blow through those plateaus that you currently have on your revenue and hit those 6-figure months. If you guys enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in my next video.